Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone around the world watching the 7-Key Oceania World Cup 2016. We are here to broadcast the second set of semifinal matches. My name is Halogen and I am here with a bunch of different people today. We've got a full party. We've got Deadbeat, Juan Crystal, and Z-Try. How you guys doing?
I forgot to mute Twitch so I could hear feedback, and I was like, oh god, this is so disorientating.
That's beautiful.
Everywhere, make it stop.
All right. We also have Zach with us as well. And it's good to be back, guys. We do have this match coming in. This is going to be Japan versus the United States. What do you guys think about this? What do you see coming out of this one?
A pretty good match.
Intense.
Well, I have to admit that I wasn't expecting this amount of close matches on the semifinals.
Yeah, absolutely. We had a couple of 6-4s, and despite the quite disparaging 6-1 victory for South Korea against China, very small margins in all of those songs. So not a cakewalk for any of these teams.
Yeah.
They all fought really hard to get there.
Not only that, Japan also won 6-3, so we have really close encounters between every single teams. I think the only one who was a little bit one-sided was the Malaysia against Taiwan in the winners bracket.
I still don't even remember who won that.
I believe Malaysia was the winner of that one, and I
Yeah,
believe it was
6-1.
6-1.
Yeah.
And
I think-
guys, for those of you
Yeah.
who are just joining us here, this is the second set of semifinal matches. Japan and the United States were the winners of the first two sets of losers bracket matches yesterday, and they are going to face off to determine if who is going to go to the losers bracket finals.
I'm not really holding my head up for either team right here. I don't know which one's going to do. I know United States has had a little bit of problems in the 7-Key tournament so far, but I didn't obviously expect to see Japan here. But with what happened in group stage, it's kind of the only way that this could have played out, really.
Well, the thing that I want to point out about this match is we're having a losers bracket encounter in the semifinals between two top-tier seeds.
Yes, two number one seeds out of group stages running into each other. And that's going to set the stage for some really, really awesome matchups here.
Okay, and it does look like they're going to be getting into their first warm-up here, which is going to be from Mighty Mouth. It's Talk Talk. And it's a Genesis diff.
The background is particular.
Yeah, I have no idea what to think of this.
I like the way you talk. I like the way you walk.
So, who do you think is going to win this match?
You rock my world. And I rock your
Like I said, I have no idea either which way. I think the warm-ups might be a good indication, but there's no way of telling right now. Like, early game right here, you see Japan having the slight lead, but it can go either way.
If there's
I'd like
anything
Japan
that
to
we
win.
can, if there's anything we can take away from looking at this particular warm-up, very complex long note patterns, and I've expected Japan to do better at that. I think they kind of showed a strong proficiency at that during their warm-ups and early on in the tournament as well.
Yeah, but here we have a thing. We have Sylvian playing for the United States. I don't think he played most of the matches previously, and he's doing really good. Well, until now, he was doing incredibly good. Now he had a couple of misses.
Silly did make a showing in a couple of earlier matches and some crucial showings there. Actually, I think he played in the round of 16, or excuse me, the quarterfinals.
Well, I know he was here yesterday. I'm positive he was playing against Australia.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, I don't think I've used Slivion that much, but he definitely has been around, so.
So Halogen, are those full 7-key presses on some of those that I'm seeing, or is that 6?
Some of them are 6 hits, and then they have release points. There's a full 7 for you.
Yeah, I was about to say.
You have like 2 or 3 points per pattern when you have 7 keys at the same time.
Yeah. Those patterns just they look so complicated. You're doing walls of scales, and then right at the end of those scales, the notes that you just released are getting hit again. Those are your shields that we're talking about, and some of them are quite nasty looking.
This song started off way easier than what it's looking at now.
So far, going off of how this is going so far, I'd have to put my money on Japan.
It's a pretty specialized kind of map, too. I think that's just a massive sequence of 6 hits there.
Yeah, it's like face smash. That's what I'm looking at. That would be a face roll on my keyboard.
It's surprising that Intelize was actually struggling pretty bad at this.
Pretty interesting warm-up, though.
A bit on the longer side, but definitely mixed in terms of technique, though it's pretty strong for long notes.
Yeah.
Yeah, get a little taste of SVs there.
Yeah. Not too fast, but definitely a lot of it probably has to do with reading, just being able to get your fingers to the positions you need to.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was definitely some SV stuff there. No, that doesn't look fun at all to me. I mean, I know
7 creates everywhere.
Silly's having a ball. I mean, seriously, that's a very impressive play on the United States side from Sylveon. It's just not going to be enough. Oh, Silly Vion. I smell a name change. No?
Okay, so 5 out of the 6 players there actually had less rainbows than regular 300s. Oh, man.
Wow, when you have that amount of long notes, I can definitely understand that situation. But still, it's a really good point that you're mentioning. Only Sylveon is the one holding a better amount of 300 rainbows.
Yeah, only one on the US side that went positive on the rainbows. That's impressive. Only 11 misses, too.
And that was the US's warm-up.
Interesting. I don't know what they're planning with that, but maybe we'll see. But now we're going to see Japan's warm-up here. This definitely feels like it's going to be a little bit on the more speed side.
Persephone.
I'm so glad I didn't try to... Now that I look at it, yeah, that's exactly what that is, but I was totally going to call it something else.
I got your back, Z-Tron. I got you.
So, there we go.
There we go.
This sounds like a more core stream oriented map. Probably one of the strongest options of Japan. Let's see how they manage to perform in this warm-up.
Dude, that is an aggressive warm-up. Those chord streams are quite harsh. I actually took a look at the beat map listing here, and this has got a star rating of 7, and rightfully so. Very, very dense.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like it is a big problem for the Japanese team.
Not at all. They are flying through this like butter. I mean, you have respectable Intelizer with 99.62, HNC with 99.51, and Metyabo with 99.71. I mean, that's fantastic. I mean, the U.S. team's not doing too bad there. Silly actually playing incredibly well again in this warm-up. Blocko seeming to have a little bit of issues there, and Ijin Jin is actually holding pretty decent with 98.45 at this moment.
Yeah, but I think 2 full combos with those accuracies is not going to bring any chance to come back for the United States. Blocko is recovering though. He's hitting the S rank. Oh, never mind. But he definitely recovered a bit.
Wow, on even that hard of a map, the Japan team as a group amassing a 2.92 million point score. That is very threatening.
That is scary. Like really scary.
When Japan can amass that kind of score on a map that has a star rating that's well above everything else in the semifinal map pool, that's going to definitely be something you're going to have to contend with.
Wow, United States winning a roll.
All right, let's see what we get banned out today.
Whoa, that was a very quick decision.
Oh, Phantom Ensemble again. A very common ban here, actually. Yeah, there we go. Gaio Tensei. No love for that map at all.
Yeah, Phantom Ensemble and Garyu Tensei not getting any love. Those are the 2 most frequently banned maps so far in the semifinal pool here.
Yes, Phantom Ensemble has actually only been hasn't been banned once so far, and Gary Tensei's avoided the ban twice now. But people really don't want to play those maps.
All right. It actually does look like we're going to be getting into our next selection.
Oh, we're going to be opening up with Oceanus. All right then.
Definitely one of the popular picks here. This is the 6th time out of 7 matches that we are seeing this song.
Yeah, pretty much picked every single match.
I think this is the 4th most picked map.
That would be correct, because if I remember correctly, we have 3 maps that, as of now, have been picked every match. I mean, we haven't seen the other 3 yet, obviously, because this is the beginning of the match, but let's see how that goes.
I'm pretty sure there's at least 2 of them, yeah. I'll be very surprised if we don't see at least 2 of them.
Yeah.
Alright, time to start with the first pick of the match. This is a best of 11. So the first team to achieve 6 points takes the win.
That is correct, Juan.
Yes, Heligen, what do you think about the US opening with Oceanus?
Really strong pick, you know, if you've got the consistency, but unfortunately, with what Japan played as their second warm-up, they really should be nervous about this because it's obvious that Japan's got the accuracy in core trimming. I mean, just look at their scores now. That speaks volumes compared to the US score.
We're not even a quarter of the way through and they're already around 20k ahead.
Not only that, but 2 players on the Japan team holding a double S, and the worst score on the Japan team is a 99.87.
It is not looking good for our boys in blue. Although I think they're on the red side right now, so yeah. Good luck, US. I don't see it happening right now, though, with the score just draining further and further over to the Japanese side, and their accuracies aren't going down. Both double S's have been lost at this point on the Japan side, but it's not anything that they should worry themselves with.
Yeah, I mean, we're hitting, through the first third of this map. Japan's got a 30,000 point lead. All 3 players holding in the mid to upper 99s on the Japan side. We got 2 players with over 99% in the United States, but that's not going to be enough when you look at the accuracy comparison here.
Yeah, there's the first drop from Meteo, I think, but it's not going to make a really big difference here. Hank YK as well, missing Sylveon now, the only one remaining as well, losing their combo. But the difference is just not getting closer at all.
Yeah, the gap is just widening further.
Yeah, so as we start to approach the last third of the map, it does look like Japan are probably gonna take this one if they can just keep this going. I don't think that'll matter too much.
Yeah, Japan's already amassed 80,000 point lead, and they're in the last quarter of the map here. And I mean, the map's pacing doesn't change all that much. It keeps running with that constant core streaming structure. So if that's any representation of how Japan's been, going to keep doing, they're not going to really falter all that much. We're going to see that lead grow.
The accuracy here. Oh, go ahead.
In the last quarter of the map, but I guess that answers that very well. Anyway, what were you going to say, Detroit?
Oh, nothing. I was just saying it didn't look like the Japanese team's accuracy was faltering that much at all here. And I mean, the U.S. team looks pretty good. I mean, the score's not doing good, and Blanco seems to be the only one having issues here. But they might be able to pull this back with the next match here and rebuttal.
Well, interestingly enough, Sylveon actually has the highest accuracy at the moment.
Not the best score, though. Hank YK with the strongest score out of all 6 players at the moment.
Okay. I think Pin's script bot thing might have
That song doesn't count. Still 0-0. Don't mind me.
nullified.
Kidding, guys. That is indeed 1-0 for Japan. I actually wonder if the United States is going to try and pick something
The United
with
States just picked.
some SV changes. No, I know. They just picked Oceanus, and it is Japan's pick now. But I'm talking about in response to the second pick, if they're going to try to pick something SV related, potentially.
Alright, okay.
Ooh.
Well, there's one of them.
Whoa. Squartre tries.
Yes, and with Japan picking that, we have continued our trend with Squartre being picked every single match so far in the semifinals.
Now we just need to wait for Starlog and Poland.
Oh, seems like Nibrad is going to play this one.
Yeah, we've seen that a little bit in the for the United States team. We've been seeing Blocko and Nivred trading off on occasion.
Hey, Nivred.
the resident SV Lord.
That sounds scary.
All right, and we're going to get this next match started.
I really hope we get to see 10,000 tons of anonymous leaders.
I get a feeling that that's something the United States team might pick because it's got a mix of long notes and slider velocity changes, or speed velocity changes, rather. So, I mean, it could be a viable pick.
I just want Digital
Yeah.
to see it.
Everything that can mess your accuracy is a good pick for the United States because it's the only opportunity that they have in order to try and outplay Japan on that aspect of the difficulty.
This is a very nice sounding song.
Oh, you should have seen one of the warm-ups we had yesterday. It was beautiful.
Yes, I remember.
Evening's map. Oh, probably one of the best warm-ups we've actually ever seen. When you can, you need to check out the VOD for it. It was so good.
Oh man, that just got really intense.
Yeah,
Sure,
no
has your,
breaks there.
Has your opinion on this map changed, Zetra?
A little bit, but Met Yabo is going incredibly ham here, holding that 100%. That is impressive. Even if he loses that now, the fact that he did that huge section there like that, fantastic.
It is indeed really impressive, but I think we also saw him doing the same thing in the previous match, and again nailing the jacks completely with 100%.
Worth pointing out here, United States is actually doing a reasonable job keeping up compared to the previous map here, and this map's density is not a joke, it's very heavy. They're putting up a fight here.
They are definitely pulling a fight here because if Mejibu and Hank misses here, it might be a chance for the United States to come back, and there's a miss from Intelizer.
Yeah, I was just about to say that's not going to look good for Japan here, but I think they can still hold it together as long as they don't see any more misses. Oh, Intelizer dropping again.
Trading misses with Jinjin on the long note there, so it's going to be an even trade.
Oh, that was a really bad miss from Jinjin, missing completely the full chord of 4 notes.
Ouch.
Oh, even Sylveon breaking on that section. Han YK the only one holding the full combo still.
Yeah,
The
Medyabo,
difference is not that-
Jinjin, and Sylveon all tripping up on that transition to the next chorus there. Score gap is remaining relatively unchanged, still about 30,000. Again, the United States is putting up a really strong fight here.
This is one of the things that, like, United States is doing really well, but Japan is still doing better. And that's kind of where the problem is.
It is, but it might happen that a miss
It is
changed
not over
stuff.
yet, though.
Yeah, there's still 1/3 of the map remaining, but with Nivred and Jinjin missing on this section, same with Sylveon. This is not looking great.
I think stamina is finally starting to become a factor here. These patterns are very rigid, and with the chord density just being as high as it is really hard to maintain that pace.
But yeah, looking at the map right now with only like less than a quarter of the song remaining, the difference just got a little bit bigger. And there's not a lot of hard stuff remaining in order to come back here. No high combos from the United States side, and Hank YK is still holding the full combo.
See, I
Japan
expected him
team
to
right
miss as
now.
soon as one said that. I fully expected him to miss.
The Japan
Yeah.
team right now is just a wall of consistency. Their score, they're within 0.05%, all three of them.
No, he missed it at the end. Hank, why?
That's a shame.
Blame Juan.
Hey, it's not my fault. That was like
Blame
30
Juan.
seconds later.
Maybe he's using the delayed stuff.
Wow.
Delayed black magic, but yeah. The difference here ended up being around 100,000 points, but it was pretty close in the overall map. I mean, United States got some chances to come back, but Japan was just performing so well.
Yeah, this is going to be a very difficult battle for the United States.
Oh. Okay, well, there's Starlog.
Yeah, that is now 2 maps in this pool that are 7 for 7. 7 matches, 7 picks.
Just need that Poland, and then we've got 3 at 7 apiece.
Yeah, you look at this, and then you look at Squartre, and I mean, these structures and these maps are like night and day.
Jinjin?
Yeah, it looks like we might have a little bit of a connection problem going on, but we'll have that fixed in just a moment. It looks like they're going to abort. There might have been someone stalling on there. We'll get right back to the match as soon as possible. We do apologize for that, everyone.
Jinjin died, apparently. Press F to pay respects. Alright, hopefully we should be ready to get this one going as soon as our player joins.
So, Halogen, question here: with both teams going forward, like, give us what you'd say in your own words, like the mode of attack each team would have to go moving forward.
All right, so based off of just the warm-ups alone, you can gather one thing right out of the gates. Japan, without a doubt, and actually you can also extrapolate that from Oceanus as well, without a doubt, they are undoubtedly stronger than the United States when it comes to chord streaming. So any sort of maps that rely on chord streaming and don't exactly have too much of the way in terms of changing structure, it's going to be a perfect choice. And that's why Squartre, I think, was a good choice by Japan, because it's a long pick, and longer picks, of course, require consistency. So the longer you're consistent against a team that's not quite as consistent, the bigger your score gap is going to be. So with that being said, things that are really driven towards chord streaming or just generally streaming as a whole are going to be good picks for Japan, because the United States is going to have to fight against a wall of accuracy where if they falter, they have very little chance of coming back. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see Japan pick things like Be My Pet, for example. Pollen is also a good choice because it's got a decent bit of chord streaming.
I was about to say the same about Apollon.
And then the United States team, on the other hand, Sylveon actually mentioned wanting to have some long note picks here, and Starlog's definitely one of those picks. You could also do Sumitai and Ochoten Vivace. That's a good point, too. That one's very short, so if Japan, for whatever reason, breaks their inhuman consistency, there's a chance to capitalize and not a lot of time for recovery.
Yeah, I think Vivace might be probably the best pick for the United States. I think Gario Tensei was also a good pick, but I think it is banned.
Yeah, Garyu Tensei has been banned in this match, and it's a very popular ban pick. It's the second most banned map in this pool, unfortunately.
Yeah. And I don't think that 10,000 tons of anonymous letters have been banned, so that might be an option for the United States as well.
Absolutely. It incorporates your long notes and also throws some SVs. And actually, we actually do have SVs in this map too, and a different kind. They're not the same as the SVs that we've seen in previous map pools and in 10,000 tons of anonymous letters has some more bumpy SVs, whereas these are outright reductions. So players that have trouble with reading slow, and it doesn't seem to be affecting them much, but players that have trouble reading slow, their accuracy is going to drop a little bit.
Whose map pick was this? I apologize for not.
US.
US. Oh, so do you wonder if maybe this is a tactic to see if Japan has issues with quick changing speeds here? Just another mode that they could try to attack on?
This map is a little bit different than most SV picks in that the SVs are not sudden. They're actually a bit more forceful on your reading because they cut the speed down rather than pushing up. So it's a different kind of SV pick.
Yeah, it's mostly like a slow jump. I mean, a slow jump pick.
Yeah.
I mean, the U.S. team's doing really well here, but it's just, it seems to, that first place just eludes them by not very many points, but at the same time, quite a big difference.
Yeah, if there's
Yep.
one thing that we can mention about the U.S. team, Sylveon is ridiculously good at long notes.
Yeah, but you also mentioned this in a different way, but it also counts. This is also a really long map, so when it comes to consistency, Japan has the advantage, and as you can see, the lead is getting bigger and bigger from them.
Yeah, the unfortunate reality is when you're doing a 3v3, you might have somebody that's incredibly strong, but you're only as good as your weakest player, your weakest performing player, and the more your weakest performing player starts messing up and having trouble, the bigger the score gap is going to be in the other direction, assuming that the other team is keeping up the par.
Well, in this case, they aren't. Japan are definitely taking a clear lead here.
Hitting some of the more complex long note patterns, and Intelizer does take a brief drop here, but I mean, Met Yabo is sustaining the combo absolutely fantastic right now.
I actually saw Hank and I Jinjin miss, and I was like, oh, I thought Kitabo dropped as well, but...
Oh, there you go.
Oh, yeah, that was right. Called it!
Blame Deadbeat.
That's only one's fault. One intimidated my voice.
Oh yeah, I sent you a PM about it. I told you, Magic was going to minutes now.
Yeah, I just got it. Thanks for that heads up there.
No problem.
Now, Sylveon
Yeah.
playing incredibly well there. There was a drop, but I think just about everybody dropped in that section.
Yeah, that's
think it's also
probably the
worth
hardest
noting.
section.
Yeah, I think it's worth noting that Sylveon again has the highest accuracy so far.
Yeah, best performer, and again, Sylveon's just got a really, really good handle on complex long note patterns, and it's going to help a little bit, but the other two players, unfortunately, not keeping up quite as well as they need to be. Man, Sylveon's accuracy on those long note releases is absolutely inhuman.
Yeah, he's just out of the world, like how he can do that. But we also
That
have to
is
point out
feature-
that Mechibu is holding a really strong performance as well.
That ESP change gets me every time. Every time.
All six players having a really respectable showing here. I mean, everyone hanging around 97% or higher. And I mean, nobody in particular doing bad. It's just the Japan team is doing better than the United States team. They're just being completely outclassed, unfortunately.
Sadly, when you get to this level of, or this far into the tournament, that's what it comes down to, really. one team necessarily isn't playing bad. They're just the other team is playing better, and that's what it comes down to in the end. And there we go.
And there's the other one.
At 7 picks.
We can smile.
And apparently we can't live without Poland.
Yeah, for those of you who are watching who had not picked up on this note here, we had been talking about this. 3 of the maps so far in this tournament have been, for this particular map pool, have been picked in every single match right now. Pollen, Squartre, and Starlog, 7 matches and 7 picks. Very, very popular.
Seems like almost every player likes the course stream theme, and they
Yes.
usually go for stuff like Starlog in order to counter the teams that are good at it. I mean, in course streams, like it's not popular because you are like good on those. It's because it's a good way to counter teams. It's really interesting to see the reason why it's picked so much.
Yeah, it's a very much a contrasting map here. And with this being Japan's pick, I am not surprised at all because again, when it comes to court streaming, they have the advantage. It's pretty clear that they have that advantage.
Yeah,
so
but
far
this
they've had the
really
advantage. I think so far they've had the advantage in everything.
Yeah, true. Probably. But they have a chance here because this is one of the shorter maps in the pool. And like we said, a little break can change the things here.
Whoa, this is interesting to me right now. It's only a 9,000 point separation, but there's 2 double S's and a 99.96. How is the gap so incredibly close?
Black Magic. Oh, misses from Angelizer and Nivrad. Sylveon breaking his double S right in the first note of that stair. Jinjin now losing the combo, bringing the lead back to Japan. And Hang YK still holding the double S. Might be the first time that we're seeing a double S in the stream of the semifinals pool.
Ooh,
That was a mess.
very, very rough pattern there. That's not an easy pattern to hit at all. I would have been impressed if he double S through that too.
I saw so many people miss it, I thought it might have been client lag.
I think it was only a miss and not even a single 200 though. Oh,
Wow,
there
Hank
was a
YK.
200. What? What was that?
3 200s, 1 100 and a miss. That's pretty impressive.
The first half of that map, that was really interesting to me. I mean, there were 2 100% scores and a 90. Oh, there it is, just like that.
Z-Trop, I hope you're watching.
Oh, I'm definitely watching. I couldn't see too much of that last one. My video was enabled.
Okay, well, you're gonna have to make sure you keep up with this one.
Okay, is there a video? Should I go disable that
No.
now?
Yeah,
I
I
don't
just
believe
noticed
there's
in
a
that
video.
last pick, Celidion actually got the highest score.
Yeah,
I'd
that's
like to
true.
say that Sylveon has probably been one of the MVPs throughout this whole match. I mean, yeah, it's not looking good for the United States, but their accuracy's been on point. Their combos have been very high. I know combos don't matter, but you can't have a super high combo unless you got really good accuracy. So it does matter to a certain point.
Yeah, and with the United States picking 10,000 tons of anonymous letters, again, a pretty expected pick. Very specialized, driven toward long notes and SVs. This is what you would expect to pick against a team like Japan who relies on strong consistency. This map is anything but that.
Well, something that I want to point out about what Gekido just said. I mean, you can practice a lot, but you're facing Japan. You're not facing one of the easier teams at all. Like, probably the best team of the whole tournament.
I wouldn't say one of the best. I mean, they're definitely up there, but
I'd
Don't
say
know
they're
about
top
this.
3.
Wow, pin.
Rude.
Being ever so hopeful towards that tiebreaker. Anyway, they drop. Get ready to watch because you're gonna enjoy this. I still really do enjoy that background.
God, the long notes in this are real pain.
Yeah, we got some accuracy drops right out of the gate from Gekido and Nivrad.
Hank
there we
and
go.
Antelizer are like score twins here. They were for a little while.
I was going to say, Sylveon finally drops the last 100% accuracy.
Ooh, really harsh drop there from Hank.
Oh yeah, see, actually, I think that's the first time we've seen Japan drop below 90%. God, we've seen it before, but it's not very common.
Certainly not. This
But
map
is it-
is so deceivingly difficult.
Now, why would you say it's deceivingly difficult?
It's a very low pace, and it doesn't have anything that's particularly constant. But the problem with this map is when there are the sequences of long notes, you have a bunch of situations where you're holding multiple long notes, and all of the release timings are different. And that is
Yeah.
just a nightmare for accuracy. This is one of the parts
Yeah.
for sure.
And you added SB changes for those, like, just if you don't have enough.
This song itself sounds so playful, and the map it seems tame in terms of pacing, but it is brutal to read through and time properly.
Well, I mean, this map is playful. It's playing with the player.
What
I don't
is
know if that's the
Sylveon
type of playing
doing?
they want.
Yeah, that's a good question. I like what
Like,
Juan
wow.
Cruz is at.
It looks like Sylveon's just, yeah, just doing work.
Doing his own thing.
He's just jamming.
I think
Oh.
one's a bit
Oh,
ahead
not
of us.
anymore.
Yep,
Yeah,
Juan's
one's a bit
definitely ahead of us.
No.
Blame Juan.
Blame Juan.
One was like, no! We just watched like Sylveon for like another 10 seconds and then misses, and we're like, oh, okay.
And with that, we're going to bring Japan to 5 points, and that's going to bring them to potential match point here, and it's also their pick.
Maybe there's
Yeah.
a secret to Juan's cursing. He's always been ahead, and he's been timing it perfectly.
Man, the
I'm
United
calling
States.
you out, Juan. I'm
are gonna
calling
need-
you out.
Oh, you're calling out Juan now?
I never did that. I mean, the double long one was everyone
You're,
doing it at the same
you're
time.
always the spoiler.
There's no way that actually happened.
I'm going to try to
guys are
call
so
an
mean
end
to
time
Juan.
pick here.
In time?
Yeah, end time sure.
I'm going to try to call it end time pick here.
Okay, I'm not looking at chat.
I will
I'm
call-
going
I
to
will call
say...
Cyrano if he's not banned.
I'm gonna go completely out there and go Dreadnought. Completely out there. I'm gonna be wrong, but I'm sticking to it.
There's a lot of effective picks that Japan has here because of their skill set.
Come on, Dreadnought.
Okay, so they seem to be giving themselves a little bit of a pep talk here.
Believe.
Yes, the United States is in a corner here. They're going to have to.
Inspirational music.
Vivace.
Oh.
I'm okay with this.
I was expecting this to be a United States pick.
Third Desire?
Third Desire. Do you mean Third Eye? I'm not sure.
That's the only thing I could think of. I actually just went back to the wiki to look at the artist names, and I still can see a Third Desire.
I'm a little surprised that Japan is picking this. I mean, unless they're trying to deliberately extend the match. Not to say that they couldn't win this, but one of the things that again is noteworthy here is the United States has Sylvion, and Sylvion is a force to be reckoned with when it comes to long notes, and that's what this has. And when the song is this
Brad is
short,
confident in this as well.
yeah.
I mean, he said right there in the chat, I'm good at this one.
Jin seems to be not very confident though.
And here we are. You choked in Vivace, potentially match point here for Japan.
This should be pretty interesting. This is the U.S.'s swan song here. If we don't win, we're gone.
Yeah, so what do you guys think? Clean sweep, or do you reckon this is the start of the United States comeback?
You know what is
6-5
funny?
Japan.
You know what is funny? I think it's the first time that I'm actually seeing Squartre commentating a match that the United States is going to lose.
Hey, you know what? 1-5 the dream. Come on.
United States keeping up here. Score is flickering back and forth here.
I don't think we'll put one commentating up with Big Drop. Clearly one wasn't here when the US took the 4-key World Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, every single tournament I did commentate, the United States won. Like, take a break, please.
Oh, and we're halfway into the map, and this is nerve-wracking. All of the players still having a full combo here. First combo break is going to be fatal.
Oh! Devil break on Japan's side.
Oh man, that is good timing. They're on the last bit of the map. If the United States hold on to this consistency here, they might take it.
Oh!
But the lead is still for the Japanese side, but
It's flickering.
It is flickering. Sylvion nails
Oh,
through
they
the
took
shields
it.
there.
And Jinjin as well.
Down-
Nibra is down to 1-0 here. Whoa, this is close.
The lead isn't big, but they do have the lead.
Jinjin,
But how
hold
long
on.
though? Can we see how long are they going to hold the
the lead
lead?
is back.
Because
Oh, this is
Japan-
close to Japan.
Yeah, this is going back to Japan, and I think they might hold
One
no.
more miss can make
No,
a
it's still
difference, though.
flickering.
Oh,
Miss
it's
from
right
Hank,
there.
Hank. There was a
Hank
miss
like-
from
Oh.
Hank.
Yes, Skeleton
I
Cloud
think the
is
United
up.
States can take it. Oh, a miss from Nibra, though, Hank. And
Oh,
Sylvion missing.
Sylvion!
Oh,
Fatal
oh,
miss
no!
by Sylvion, and that's
That was
gonna
the miss.
seal the deal. Oh man, that was
They
so
gave it a try.
close.
Why? I blame you.
feel bad.
Oh man.
Very well played by the United States. So, I mean, they did really well there.
They gave it everything they had there, and that was a very, very close run there.
Again, repeating what I said earlier, the United States are by no means a bad team. It's just Japan just played better. That's all it comes down to at this level. Not much you can do about it, sadly.
Yeah, I mean, it was a very, very decent match on both sides. It's just, man, the U.S. got squashed. It happens, though. I mean, by
They
no
still
means
did
are they bad
amazingly
players.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't have asked for anything better there. I was actually, like I said, very surprised to see Japan making that choice. I would have figured that was a pick for the United States, and you got to see why that might have been an effective pick, because they actually held on for a little while there.
Pick your partner up.
I like the return of the Famari Fawari.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but with that, we are going to actually be taking a respectable break here. Trying to make sure that I have the match times correct here. I believe the next match
refresh
is
the wiki page.
7 hours. 7
Yeah.
years. Ha ha ha.
7 years away.
Yeah, we'll see you in 7 years, guys. Be ahead and refresh the wiki page. I updated the schedule during the match.
Thank you very much. That is very, very helpful. All right, Deadbeat saves the day, but yes, we will be back in 7 hours to have our second losers bracket encounter in the semifinals to determine who is moving on, and that matchup will be between Singapore and the Philippines. So definitely a great match to look for, especially considering the previous performances. With that being said, just would like to take the time to remind everybody you still have an opportunity to support your teams. Go to the O store and purchase those profile banners. Every single banner that you guys get is going to help support the prize pool. So please support your teams. It helps everybody.
Yep, and remember, Rhythm's only a few key presses away. Yeah, I did that.
And we'll see you in 7 years.
See you
Yeah,
in
exactly.
7 years.
Yeah, but... Yeah. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.